Good morning, time pirates. How are ye this morning? I have been awake for many hours already and I'm already ready for a nap. But it's all good. I'm ready to write. And Zafo got to the airport safely. The roads were nice and clean. So it was cool. Sorry, I forgot to mute that. The Yes, took the puppy with us on the ride because the poor thing has not gotten any walking in with it being rainy and cold. Forget it, not happening. So we shall see. The sun might come out this afternoon, and if so, we might brave the cold to get some vitamin D and, get her out a little bit because the poor thing is going crazy, which means she's driving us crazy. So, um, but it's not her fault. I mean, she has not been exercised. So, and as much as retriever I think she has in her, she's not very good at the retrieving thing. So she's not getting much exercise from fetch either. She does pounce on it like she's killing it though. um, which is adorable. But and Greg was first. Yes, you were, Greg. Congratulations. You get the prize today. And Mel says, "Good morning, friends. Hey, Kelly Cal. Hey, Mel. It's good to see you." Zwank says, "Howdy, everybody. Happy Peanut Brittle Day. Ooh, happy Green Juice Day. All right. And happy Bubble Wrap Appreciation Day. I mean, that's fair. Who doesn't like a good bubble wrap?" And Infinity, let's see, Kylar says, "Hi, everyone. I am very eepy as I got back from a con last night past midnight." Oh, yeah, that'll do it too. And all that peopling wears me out. So, oh, and it's so funny because being snowed in, we were just colded in. I don't know what to call it. Um, I got so much done this weekend. So much done. I needed this weekend of not going anywhere to catch up on a bunch of things, both cleaning and reading and editing and a lot of stuff. It was really nice. I did not, however, catch up on writing. So that I will be doing today. So I'm glad we have this morning so we can do it. Which also quick warning, I will not be here next week. Alicia will be doing it next week because I will be in Colorado for Superstars. So even though technically I'll be home Monday, I'll be prepping to leave. So I just don't have time. So next week, no writing for me. I will not be here, but Alicia will take over. And so it'll be on her channel, Books and Things with Alicia for next week. So just to let y'all know ahead of time. And Molly says, "Congrats, Greg, on being first." And Zwank says, "It's 16 degrees right now." Yeah, when we went to the airport, it was 22 degrees, which is unbelievably cold for Houston. And I know, Zwank, you are also in Texas, but you're farther north. How much snow did you get, Zwank? We did not get any. Oh, excuse me, I have the hiccups. We did not get any snow. Um, Actually, we didn't get much ice. I mean, we've had it where ice is like dripping off the branches and stuff, but we got so little precipitation, period, that there wasn't even enough to like make ice on things. Doo, 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 doo. And Molly says, "And congrats, Kelly, for clean roads." Mel says, "It's still snowing out here." Oh, I'm so sorry. Molly says, "Swank, I think a lot of people in the US are appreciating bubble wrap today since there is that hack about using it on windows to keep them insulated against the cold." Yeah, I mean, extra air does it. That's why we have double paned windows. Um, Mel says it's been over 12 hours of snow at this point. That is a long time for it to be snowing. Molly says, "Still snowing there, Mel?" Yep. Kyler says, "Was a lovely time catching up with friends and cosplaying." That's so fun. That's so fun. Did you support any indie authors? Did you buy any indie books? Come on, man, you got to support us. We're always at these cons too. Mel says, "Yep, Molly, still snowing." Kyler says, "I need to chunk my book club book today as it's due for Thursday." Come on, you can do it. And over 500 pages. Have you started it yet? You didn't want to do anything for the next 3 days but read, right? Because That's what you signed up for. Molly says, a big mess. My neighbor is shoveling her driveway. Oh, sorry, Molly. Mel, glad to hear you had fun, Kyla. Um, Molly says, Indianapolis got 11 inches of snow. That's a lot of snow, all in one sitting. Um, Mel says, we have about 15 inches currently. Holy moly. Zwank says, we got a lot of sleet with snow on top. I don't think we'll get above freezing till Tuesday or Wednesday. It's so white out. It's pretty when it first snows, right? But then, then you have to live in it. That might be the benefit to North Texas. You do get the snow, but only for like a minute. Greg says, we had 24 hours of snow, sleet, and freezing rain in that order. Ugh, that is not good. That is better than the other way around, though. Because when you get it, whoever just said that they got ice first and snow on top, Swank, right? Yeah, that's worse because that snow sits on top of the ice and makes it look safer than it actually is. Molly, first of all, I had to approve 15 inches. Second of all, oh, whoa, that's a ton. I mean, yeah, 15. But the thing is also, Greg, you're not used to that much, right? So for 24 hours of snow, and Mel, your area isn't used to 15 inches either, right? I think Indianapolis could take 11 inches of snow, just maybe not in one night. That's a very different thing to keep up with, right? Kyla says there was an indie graphic novel I bought, and otherwise lots of art from artists. No books, sadly. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm sorry for us book people, but you bought a graphic novel, that counts. And I do like art. I must admit, I spend too much art when I go to these conventions. Especially I get them home and never frame them because then I go to get them custom framed and it's always so expensive. I just never do it. Color says, I'm 100 pages in already, and it's proving to be a quick, fun read. The Devils by Joe Abercrombie. Oh, cool. Nice, nice, nice. I want to read that one. I saw mixed reviews, but Joe Abercrombie gets mixed reviews, period, right? Like, I was not happy. I read the first big one, The Blade Itself, and I need plot in my books. It is an absolute requirement for me. It's not the most important. World building is most important, but plot is second. And there's no plot in that book, and it was driving me crazy. But he was doing such a good job with the characters. I was like, but I still want to read it because these characters are so fascinating. They're so dimensional. It's written in third person, but it felt as intimate as first person. But you still have the tools of third person. That's why it was really, really close third person. And that's how I wish like everyone who wrote epic fantasy like that wrote. Anyone who wrote fantasy, a fantasy period, even romantasy, I much prefer that really close third person because there are tools you can use in third person you can't use in first, and the tools that you use in first that you can't use in third, I don't find as compelling. And so I was like, this is like a lesson. Like we could tear this book or how he's doing it. We could just dive into the details. And it taught me a lot as a writer. So I'm like, I'm going to read it, but I'm just going to read the first one. I don't really care. There's nothing happening. So I don't really care about future books. Right. And then at the end, so for Blade Itself, he wrapped it up in a way that really the whole first book, even though it wasn't backstory, we were there why it was happening, was really backstory to the plot that was going to happen in book 2. And I was like, damn it, now I really got to read it because I wonder what the plot is. So I ended up reading it all, and I ended up being a huge fan of Joe Abercrombie. He did a great job. So I want to read it, but all these mixed, I didn't know. So this is good to hear that you liked it, that you're liking it. I would be interested to see how you feel by the time you finished. Molly says, "Oh, Greg, boo." And Mill says, "The Devils is so good, Kyler. Mainly the characters. See, that's Joe's strength are his characters. He's amazing at them, even when they're all douchebags, which is the night itself. They're just so compelling." And Ren joined us. Hello, Ren. So good to see you. Hello, everyone. Color, everyone who I heard hated said it was too grotesque and the humor didn't work for them. But both are working for me. Oh, that's a good point. And grotesque doesn't bother me. So So I probably will love it. I should just go ahead and get it. Molly, exactly. At least Indy has the supplies and equipment to deal with that much snow. Yeah, even though we don't get it every year. Yep, yep, exactly. And Molly says, "Hey, you Ren's listening to The King Must Die." Yeah, that's very, very, very prescient. And Mel says, "Ren with lots of hearts and these loving things that I can do now." Ha! Kind of. Look, I have short, stubby fingers, so my heart is weird shaped. Ren says, "Hey to Molly and hey to Mel." And Courtney joined us. Hello, Courtney. Hi, y'all. I'm on my way to bed, but wanted to drop in real quick. Well, it's so good to see you. Thank you so much for dropping by. It's nice to see you right before bed. And Ren says, "I got the First Law trilogy box set for Christmas. Excited to start it." I quite enjoyed it, Ren. And so far, we seem to have very similar taste. I think you will like it too. Just again, you like plot as much as I do. Just be patient, because the first book, there's plenty to love about the first book. Don't get me wrong, but there is no plot. But the second book makes up for it in spades. Um, let's see. Molly, hi, Courtney. Sleep well. Mel says, "Hey, Courtney, have a good sleep." And Courtney says, "I have a busy beginning of the week, work and doctors." Woo. And you got doctors at work. I'm so sorry. Your whole week is doctors. Ren says, "Also got the Arc of Scythe box set, which I'm also excited to get to." I just read Scythe last month and loved it. And I just ordered Thunderhead, which is book 2 from my local bookstore. So I should be in this week. We'll see what happened with the weather, what got stalled. But yeah, excited to go get that as well. Um, and Molly says hello to Courtney. And Mel says, "Hey, Courtney, have a good sleep." I read all those. Um, Courtney says, "Read a few pages for me, read a few pages for me, nighty night." I'll write a few for you, Courtney. I'll write a few. And Molly says, "If I ask later, yes, I took my meds today." Excellent. My drawer is closed. So I also took my meds. And Molly says, "Ren from NetGalley?" Do you mean this? Is there a Scythe box set on NetGalley? Oh, the King. Yeah, and Ren says, "The King Must Die" is a regular book for me. Excellent. 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 All right. I think I was up very early, so I need to go empty my bladder yet again, and then I will be back to write. So I hope y'all are ready for this first sprint. Get your books or your keyboards handy. And my goal is yet again 1,000 words. And I'm ready to kick it off. All right, here we go. And there is our first sprint. And we have a wild Alicia in the house. How are you this fine morning, Alicia?
Um, well, I had to jump through hoops just to get here, so
Oh my.
it's
Well,
one of those mornings.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I have one sick at home. There
Mm.
was a train on the way to school to drop off the other one. There was a tractor trailer trying to make a right turn on a two-way street and got stuck on the way home. And it's raining today.
I'm sorry. I mean, your cold weather has to be coming. It comes right behind ours always. So again, not to the extreme that we are experiencing, but you should still at least get some cold weather in. And the rain came before us too.
It's currently 62 degrees, and they say it's only supposed to get colder from here today.
Yep, that's said. You
So
seem to be 2 days behind us every time.
we are
So
here.
yep, welcome to it.
I was gonna go get more firewood today, but I can't do that with one sick at home.
Nope,
So,
not old enough to be home by themselves yet. I love that
mm,
all these little stages, right? You have these little stages in life. You're like, yay, more freedom. Like when we didn't have to do formula anymore, it was like, yay, we saved that money, right? And then we didn't have diapers anymore. Yay, more. You know what I mean? They're in school.
mhm.
Yay. So you have like one step at a time. So soon enough, sooner than we would like sometimes, it'll be the you can stay home. I'm gonna be right back. Not
Yep,
yet.
yep.
um yeah, I did not write any that sprint. I will try hard next sprint. Here's the problem. I worked my behind off this week and I got so much done. But the problem is I worked my behind off this weekend, so I'm tired.
No, no.
So I'm having trouble concentrating. Like I got so much done. I edited almost 200 pages. I read like 400 pages, like for fun, right? And I did all of the clothes and I did the dishes and I cooked dinner twice, which is a lot for me in 2 days, believe me. Um, I'm not cooking for the family every night anymore, right? All these, I did so much. Got the royalty statements all straightened out, so those will get emailed out today. Like just so many things this weekend. And I'm just tired. So I might take today off after working so hard this weekend. I mean, I still have 40 more pages to edit, but I'm almost done. So, I'm just so tired. But I saw you made the Raven Scholar pages, so did I.
Yes, I did finish those yesterday.
Oh, it's so exciting. I don't know how I'm gonna make this week. Obviously, I'm here, but next week, I'm not sure how I'm gonna make Wednesday.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't either.
That's right, because you'll be out for the thing.
Yeah, and that might be when we're having the CDS dinner. So I don't know. I don't know. I
Ooh,
don't know how we're gonna do the dinner because it's at a resort instead of the town. I'm not excited to go this time. Let me tell you, I'm just not excited.
maybe
I don't like the change in
uh,
location. I don't like any of it.
you'll just have to like read before and after Wednesday if you can, or after Wednesday.
Oh, I'm not worried about catching up in the pages. Like the only thing I want to read is Raven Scholar. But I don't. It'll have to be like you said. Before and after. I don't think I'm gonna make it to the stream Wednesday.
Oh, gotcha.
Um,
How will I survive without you?
you're gonna have to recruit someone else to come on. Molly, what are you doing Wednesday night? Let's see. She's already finished it though.
That's
You
true.
need to get Mel. Mel's reading it.
Whoever would like to join me on screen, find me on Discord, I guess. I'll send you the link.
And I think at this point, like everyone's in Discord. So, all right, let's see. Where were we? Ren says my next arc will be the Sisters Svangard since it releases this week. Yeah, it was quite good. There were some parts in it that they were going over because he's a forger, the monk that whose POV we get the story from. He's a forger, and so he there's a little bit too much detail about what that entails, in my opinion.
No.
So it like slowed down the plot, but otherwise it's very intriguing. I already put book 2 on my want to read list.
And what is this?
Sisters Vanguard and the Not Quite Dead by KJ Parker. I read that as my arc this month. I quite enjoyed it. Keller says someone's mic is still on. Yeah, I think you got that straightened out, right? And Alicia says, good morning, everyone. Sorry I'm late. I feel like I had to jump through flaming hoops to get here this morning. Well, at least you were warm, you know, flaming hoops are warm. All right, so you explained all of that stuff. And then Keller says, was only the typing. And Lindsay says, hi, guys. Hi, Lindsay. How are you this fine afternoon? How's the weather for Texas? It's awful. But we, knock on wood, did not lose power. And knock on wood, none of our pipes have burst yet because we didn't lose power. So let's hope that stays like that.
I was wondering if you guys had to make the trek to the airport or not.
Yes. Yeah. So did go to the airport. It was nice and clean, though. The roads were nice and clean because we didn't get nearly as much precipitation as they guessed we were going to get. Yeah. So yes, exactly. Not as much precipitation as anticipated. And the so everything is it's very dry.
Well, that was
we had no issue getting to and from the airport. And all the airport roads were treated because there's a chemical they'll put on the road, which is really bad for everything, but that's all we have. And so they will put it on like bigger bridges and stuff like that. So there was that all over the airport when we got there. And part of the Hardy, which is one of the main thoroughfares to the airport. And we didn't remember I told you we had an alternate route planned out. We didn't even take it. We took the regular one because it was so dry and there was no ice anywhere. So we were good to go.
Nice.
I even took the puppy with me because she hasn't, been out of the house except in the backyard to pee in 2 days. And she's going stir crazy.
I don't blame her.
So I'm like, let's go to the airport. Let's get you a little stimulation here at least. Yeah, so that's how it is. So we're fine. Now it is today. I can't remember what it's getting to today, but I think today it's staying really cold. And then tomorrow it's like high 68, low 22. And we get that for like 3 days. And then it goes warmer and back to more normal, what is for us normal winter temperatures, which is like, highs in the 60s and lows in like the 40s, right? That's normal for us for cold weather. That's our cold weather. This is somebody else's cold weather. Not ours.
Yeah, they're doing the weather now. They're saying right now we're at 67, and as the hours go by, we'll go down to the 30s tonight. Tonight.
That was us Saturday. So yeah, you're 2 days behind. Right on schedule.
Tomorrow's high is 57.
There you go. Keller says, I finished my last bits of work admin, so now I can read. Yay, get it done. Molly says, hi, Alicia. Sounds like a Monday. Hugs. Yeah. What about
For sure.
Molly says, max velocity just forecasts some yucko cold for Florida. And thanks for the ask, but never streamed. I know. That's why you should come on. Molly, Mel would be good, though. Yeah, Mel would be fun. We'll have to see if Mel wants to come in. And Mel is reading with us, I think. I think she's sticking with us like Lindsay is. Are you caught up, Lindsay? Are you caught up with Raven Scholar? And Lindsay says, glad your driving went well. Yeah, I was terrified. Like, my stomach's still upset because I was eating my own stomach, stressed about it.
Oof.
Ren had to start over again since I couldn't remember what happened before. Now at chapter 3. Of what? Of the Sisters Vanguard one? Because if so, yeah, you need to do that one in one sitting. It's definitely a layered plot. The monsters in that, they've got undead in that, were fascinating. So I hope there's more in book 2, which it seems like there will be, because I have more questions. Molly says it's actually getting colder here. It was 3 when I awoke 90 minutes ago. Now it is 0. Cold. Too cold. All right. So I think we'll start our second sprint. I will try very hard to write this time. But I'm going to be nice to myself since I worked so freaking hard this weekend. And so I can calm down just a little bit. And because on my way home, I really wanted an apple fritter. And of course, everything's closed. So I'm very sad about that.
Oh my gosh. I would love one of those right about now.
Right? I was like, I deserve some sugar. And no,
Or
they
an
wouldn't.
apple strudel or something.
I mean, that's mostly just bread. I really wanted the apple fritter because that's as bad as you can possibly get. I can't
I
even
don't,
eat the whole one anymore. I'm too old. Because I mean, they're donut size, but they're denser, right? Um,
there was a donut shop that we went to when we visited Alan's granddad in Goldthwaite, Texas. And a little small thing, but like they make the donuts, but it's like the jelly donuts, but they don't fill it until you get there. Man,
ooh.
they packed them things full of jam. It was like about to burst.
It's almost like you need another piece of bread just to catch everything that falls out, you know?
Exactly. I was just like, damn, let me come back here. It's
That's a lot of
nothing
jam,
like
though. I don't think I want that much. It
I
makes sense
mean,
why they wait till last minute. They probably would explode and not hold themselves together and get soggy. So that makes
they
sense.
had they had the like little pie things with the like jam in it and they just stuck it in there and filled it. And I was like,
I mean, that's how they do it anyways, right? So yeah, but if they put
right.
that much in there, makes
But I
sense.
know like Dunkin' and Krispy Kreme, they don't like they just squirt it in and it's done. But this was just like I mean the instead of being like this, it was like bulging. I was just like, yes, please. Let me get some apple and some strawberry. She was like, you can have any flavor you like. We've got apple, raspberry, strawberry, grape, red, blackberry. And I was like, damn, okay. I'll
You're
just
like, I'll
live
take one
here.
of each. Wait, how much are you putting in there? Never mind. I just want one.
Granddad was like, you just get whatever you want. I was
You're like,
like,
okay, cool.
I just need two. And then she filled them, and I was like, oh, maybe just one.
Maybe just one.
We'll take two, but that's breakfast for 2 days.
That's right. I'll save the other one to fill a literal pie.
Right? You can make like little miniature pies, you know? I was like, damn, okay. I don't know
um,
if they're still open or not. Someone was saying in the family that they closed a couple of those stores, so I don't know if that one's still open.
huh. They went out of business. They were putting too much jam in the things. Lindsay says, I'm up to chapter 35, I think. Then see, you are with us. That's exactly where you're supposed to be. If only Lindsay was up really late, maybe she could stream with you. Ren says that the king must die. Oh, the king must die is the one she had to start over. Stopped reading it when I focused on finishing Vile Lady Villains. Got it. Got it. Molly says, you got this, Kelly. I might, but I am going to forgive myself. Ren says, send me the cold. It's too hot. You can have it. If we could trade, I would 100% send it your way. Lindsay says, I don't know what an apple fritter is, but I love fresh donuts. An apple fritter basically is like a donut, except instead of just like a piece of risen dough, not the cake dough, right? I don't know if you do cake donuts in Britain, but so it's a risen dough, so a yeasted dough, and but it is more like a funnel cake. I don't know if you have those either, where instead of just being the piece of dough, it's like folded dough on top of each other. So you kind of like a what do you call it? Like a pancake batter more.
Mm-hmm.
And so you fry that. Well, you put some apple stuff in the middle. Sorry, like apple, like you would put in apple pie. So apple pie filling, just a little bit though. And then you fry it. And there's lots of cinnamon in the dough too, right? Or in the batter. And then you fry it, you pull it out, and then you coat it in
It looks like this.
sugar and water. Like what's the simple? It's a simple icing, and now I can't remember the name. A glaze. You just glaze it. Jeez.
Yeah.
See, I'm doing this is why I can't write. I can't even come up with the word glaze. And then they glaze it, and then it's so delicious. It just tastes like cinnamon and apple, and it has those folded flakes. So when you pull it apart, it's like flakier than a regular donut, and it's delicious. But it is 100% fat. There's no redeeming qualities nutrition wise, but mentally, there's a lot. You love cinnamon. Oh, if you love cinnamon, you would love an apple fritter. Love.
I showed a picture or pictures of them.
Um,
Sounds so good right about now.
Molly says, I can't send the cold to Ren, but you can come visit. That's fair. You come visit us, then we can come visit you. I've got to see South Africa. Molly, Lindsay, basically a donut with apples and cinnamon sugar mixed in. Yeah, it's just a little more complicated than a donut. Donuts are much simpler to make. I can make donuts. I can't make apple fritters. Well, I haven't. I won't say can't. I haven't made one.
What is this?
Apple pie and a donut had a baby. That's a bit that works for me. That's an accurate description. They Molly has more bad stuff for you. She's fulfilling her bad influence role, Alicia.
I'm looking at it.
Alicia says,
Why?
"Yep, it's working." Click.
I was like, what is this? American Crafts. And I look at it and oh man.
Yeah.
There's so many things.
Lindsay says, I love cinnamon. That looks amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. I want one. I will have one this week. I promise you. Once I get my mind set on something that I'm craving, I have to have it. Lindsay, Kelly, I think you should read or make a nice cuppa. I agree with you. I might do both. I'll finish my coffee first though, and then I can fill my kettle and get some tea going. I might just go ahead and read. I do have reading sprints tonight too, so I have time set aside to read already, but maybe I'll do the last 40 pages of that edit instead.
There's so many washi tapes. I don't need this. Thanks, Molly. I don't need this stuff right now. I'm gonna close the link and walk away.
Well, it's time for the next sprint, so hopefully that helps. Here we go.
Yes.
All right, 30 minutes on the clock. We'll see you on 30. And there is our second sprint. How did everyone do? I have no confessions to make. How'd you do, Alicia?
I mean, I wrote 500 words and ate
Hey,
breakfast.
way better than me.
I
It's the
can't
one
say
thing I
that
have
it's.
not been able to conquer of my brain is when my brain is sleepy, I cannot concentrate enough to write.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
And I don't mean not enough sleeping. I mean I've used it too much. Sleepy.
Yeah.
So let's see. How did everyone in chat do? Let's see. Molly says, I win at being a bad influencer. You do. You do, Molly. You get the championship ring for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Lindsay says, I didn't look as I'm on a sticker buying ban. There you go. Smart, Lindsay. Smart. Just avoid temptation. I mean, I bought 3 pounds worth earlier, but other than that, do you see Alicia and I? We can't judge you.
I think I'm set for books, projects, cross stitch, planners, journals. I think I'm good for the year, if not more. So I'm
I
good.
tell you, I just joined a. Remember how I told you I know how many pages I have to read in order to make what my goal is? Like
Uh-huh.
I have to read 282 pages
Mm-hmm.
to finish my TBR for this month.
I haven't even
Um,
calculated mine.
well,
It's too many.
I'm not going to calculate it, right? What it is this is an app. It's
Mm-hmm.
called Shelf Control. It is in beta, so you have to ask to be added to it.
Ah.
I highly recommend. I'm having a ball. It was designed to control your arcs.
Mm.
So you would know when they were due and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And so but by putting in when it's due and all that kind of stuff, it tells me how many pages per day or percent if I put it in as a percent, because if it's my like audiobook or something, I put it as a percent that I have to read per day in order to finish it by that deadline. And I love that. So this is making me really happy. Not that, because the beginning of the month I have like 10 books on my TBR, right? So I'm
Mm.
not going to read that many per day per book, right? But I read that many pages in the book that I'm currently focused on, right? And then go to the next one and read. You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
Right.
That I can knock them out and it still tells me how many pages per day I have to read to get there. And I just like that because also it can make me understand that maybe because there's no way I'm going to read 300 pages a day for the next week. I have actual work to do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm hoping it's going to help me be more realistic about my reading because I keep making these unrealistic goals and I want to be
Right.
a little more purposeful. So yeah, I'm quite excited by it. Not that not making my goals right now has been a disappointment, but it'd be really cool to put less books on my TBR, and then if I do finish them, if I happen to have a really good reading weekend or something, like if I didn't have anything else to do, this would have been a great reading weekend, right? But I had 1,000 other things to do, and I still read plenty of pages, right? But not 300 a day. I don't have time for that. Not for fun, anyways. So I'm kind of really excited about this, and I will see how this goes as I'm playing with it. But yeah, it's really really fun.
Yay.
Because if I can lower that, because sometimes I'm just like, I really want to read that book right now, but I can't because I got to read these. So if I can get a more realistic for these, then maybe I can't just pick up a book I want to read right now too.
Right.
So I'm hoping we'll see what happens. If nothing else, it at least shows me I need to read this much, and it kind of focuses that better instead of just guessing. But even like I added the Raven Scholar and the due date for when we have it done. But of course, their pages per day I'm ignoring, right? But it's still added up in that number because there will be like, on Wednesday, Raven Scholar's all I read.
Right.
So it's just, I don't know. I like it. I like that organization. just to be a little more, to see actually how much I am reading, because books aren't cutting it, just counting books, because like I have 4 books this month that are over 500 pages, not including Raven Scholar, because
Right.
we're reading 400 this month, 400 and some change. But that's still not little.
No.
So yeah, I'm trying to keep track of pages, even if I don't quite read the same amount of books, because I like my big books. So I want to enjoy those big books without feeling guilty that I didn't read as many books. Does that make
Right.
sense?
Yeah.
So I'm trying anyways. We'll see. And if nothing else, new apps and new things excite my brain again. So whatever dopamine I can get, I will take it.
Mhm.
Let's see. Ren says, made it to chapter 6, almost took a nap. Kind of want a chicken nugget. Well, you know what? Chicken nuggets aren't exactly healthy, but they're better than apple fritters, which is what I want. So you have that chicken nugget, Ren. Molly says, so many stickers, Lindsay. Molly says, and now I want a chicken nugget, but there is none in my near future. Yeah, me neither, unfortunately. And Vanessa, good morning, Vanessa. Another hard to get out of bed day. Yeah, something the dark and the cold, forget it. Humans were not meant to live like this.
And we're not
Vanessa
meant to
says,
jump through flaming hoops just to get to where we're supposed to be.
oh, so true. I wish. Yes, yes. Vanessa says, morning, lovelies. And what is Kelly playing with? It's a new app. It's called Shelf Control. It is in beta. You have to request to be part of it. If I let me find the creator and I can share, but I'm loving it. It's a great way to organize what I'm reading. It tells me how many books per day I have to read in order to reach my goals. It's just, or how many pages per day I have to read to reach my goals, or percentage if it's an audiobook or ebook. I'm loving it. I made my goal once? No. But does it make me understand whether they're reasonable goals or not? Yes. So I like it. I'm not. Yes, you are seeing Theft of Swords, Ren. The audio just came up. I thrifted that because I've been wanting to read it, and the audio came up. I started it like 2 days ago. I did all this cleaning, right? So I listened to audio the whole time I was cleaning and doing clothes and all that kind of stuff, cooking, and all that stuff I was listening to. I'm like 30% already, and I started it 2 days ago, and that book is like almost 700 pages, and I'm loving it. Theft of Swords is so good. This is holy mo. I don't know why more people don't. These books, I'm like Will the Many, that was hugely popular. It was fine. Red Rising, so popular. It was fine. This is phenomenal. It is so good. And this was indie published first. So I love it. I'm laughing through this. I am crying through this. I love the way that things are set up. It's a mad gaggle of people. It is everything I look for in a fan. This book has made me so happy. So I'm reading this book. I'm reading Raven Scholar. I'm reading Wildmane. I am reading 3 dense, beautiful fantasy books. And so again, they're huge, right? So I don't want to feel guilty that I'm not reading 15 books this month, because I am reading these books that are making me ridiculously happy. So happy. Like my brain is tired from all the work I've done, but I'm not like depressed, or I don't even need a nap. I need a break in my brain so I can work again. So it's just holy moly. Well, I highly recommend. So
No, not me
apparently
putting it on
Ren
hold at the
also loved
library.
it. Oh my god. Did you read the whole thing? Like I'm ready to just keep going. I'm I heard it was good, but I didn't know it was amazing. But I am in love with Royce and Hadrian. Look, I know it's so well written, and these characters are so unique that I know their names. When I listen to an audiobook, I almost never can get their names in my head. Do you have that trouble, Alicia?
It depends on the genre. This fantasy, I have a hard time more so with names if they're not spelled how I think they should be pronounced. Like if I hear it and then I look at and I'm like, I would not know. But if I know it and I can say it easily, then I'm golden.
Yeah, these names are I They just found a monk that was in a mon and then his story came out in layers, and it's just I it's this is what I wanna write. How about that? This
It's
is
like
what I wanna
multiple
write. This is
stories
what I've
layered
always
into
wanted to
one.
write. This is what I've dreamed of writing. I love Raven Scholar. I love Wildmane. Neither of these books are what I would write. This is it. This is what I wanna write. It's what I've always my only problem right
Mhm.
now is that there are not enough female characters. That seems to be a huge problem in a lot of male epic fantasies. A lot of times the authors are writing them. They're like, "Men go on adventures, women don't," and there's just almost all men. So that I have a problem with that, there's not enough women characters.
Now we
But
gotta write
otherwise I'm
female
sorry?
epic I said, "Now we gotta write a female epic fantasies."
Right, but the problem is female epic fantasies tend to end up being romance because the men don't read it so much, so you
Mm.
tend to aim it towards the women. So I know why they're like this. I understand it, because I'm starting to get a little pissed off about the romantasy thing, because it feels to me like there are some romantasy, right? Like Quicksilver was definitely romantasy. That there are certain ones that are definitely, um, that fit under that category. However, if it's just something
Mhm.
that a female reader would like, they just call it romantasy. Like One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns, that was fantasy.
I have the
So
first one of that. I need to
I'm
get
sorry?
I have that one, the One Dark Window.
I just read that duology both back to back. It is a fantasy. It just
Mm.
happens to have a strong romance element. So because of that, they're like, "Oh, we're gonna market this to women now, and we're gonna call it romantasy." By the way, I am guilty of this too, and I didn't realize that's what I was doing. So I just
Oh.
the
Where
this has it has memorable characters. It has the plot is moving along at a nice pace. The magic's it's low. It's a low fantasy. In other words, the magic system is very um minor right now. Like they
Mm.
don't explain all the bits about how the magic system works, and almost no one uses magic. Right, kind of like a Good Running Away was, right, where magic was very rare.
Yeah.
That's what this is, right? Magic is very rare. There are elves in this, there are dwarves in this, like very traditional kind of fantasy, except the elves and the dwarves are not what I have seen before. And we don't know much about the dwarves yet, or the elves, quite frankly. But again, I'm only like 4 chapters in. It does have really long chapters based on the audiobook. So I would think the pacing, yeah, it does. It has long chapters. The pacing would probably be slower for me if I was reading it. Um, because I'm listening to it, the pacing's faster. But I love it. I find sometimes when I'm listening to audiobooks, I'll space out here and there, and and nothing is in my brain except this book when I'm listening to it. It's just phenomenal, phenomenal. Um, and I found it thrifting, and the audiobook happened to be available, and that's why I'm reading it, and I love it. I love oh, and I put it on Art
Nice.
Fantasy because I needed something that had elves in it, and by doing research, it said there were elves in here, so I was like, "Well, there you go." So those 3 minor reasons, and I'm digging it. I think I'm gonna put, because this was, one of those a few months on hold. I think I'm gonna go find the 2nd book. I think it's 4 books altogether, but there's 2 books in each of these, so it's really 8 books, something like that. And I'm going to, um, see if I can get the next one of Libby on hold. So if it's a few months, then, I can get to it sooner rather than later. So, yes. Hold on. So you were right, Ren. You saw Theft of Swords back there. And that bookmark is not accurate. I have it in there because the audio is 24 hours long. So if I don't get it all done before it's due back to the library, I want to make sure that I can mark it, so that it's not accurate right now, but I will as it gets closer to its due date. So we shall see. Let's see. Um, yeah, so Theft of Swords, got it. Vanessa, oh, that sounds cool. What genre is Theft of Swords? It is epic fantasy. Ren says yes. And Ren says, if things go my way this year, I'll be finishing the last 2 books in the Reria. I don't know how to say that. See, that part I don't know how to say, but that's what this series is called. Revelations. Ren, Royce, and Hadrian are a hoot and a half. Holy moly, they are awesome. I love them. I love them. I love them. It's like one of those like buddy cop things, except one's a thief and one is like a mercenary at this point. And so they work together as master criminals to go like steal things and stuff. With finesse and humor, and I just love them. Vanessa, write epic fantasy without romance. I'd probably read it, even though I don't love epic fantasy as much as I love urban fantasy. Yeah, I epic fantasy is my OG favorite. I just love it. Greg, Cough Unwilling Souls is a female epic fantasy. Cough, yes. Well, I've read that one. Ren says, I'm pretty sure that a Song of Legends Lost is a female black epic fantasy. I will look that up. I still need to read it, though. Ooh, maybe we'll read that together, Ren. Vanessa, ooh, that sounds good. Adds Unwilling Souls to TBR. Greg, I can see my subtle influence campaign worked. Thanks, Ren.
My library actually has an audio book for that one, The Unwilling Souls, but it does not have a physical copy of the book.
Let's see. Ren says, also, why is the first women we meet, if there is anyone, a woman in a brothel? What about a woman in a grocery line? I mean, that's boring too, but yes, remember I told you there's 3 archetypes of women. The villain or the witch, the whore, the lover, and the mother. Sorry, the mother, the lover, the whore, the villain. So I guess that's 4 archetypes, but mother and lover are kind of the same archetype. And that's it. So when we read a lot of epic fantasy, these are the archetypes you get in women. You don't get these complicated, nuanced characters very often. So that's why we need more women like Robin Hobb. There you go. You want a woman that writes like a man but still includes female characters. That's Robin Hobb. And even hers is still male dominated because that's the genre. That is the actual genre. It's almost like you have to go to romantasy just to find fantasy that isn't
male driven.
Male driven. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So it's frustrating. And there's a lot of bad romantasy, but you know what? There's a lot of bad epic fantasy too. So it's not like it's exclusive to one or the other. Brent says, amazing marketing, Grad. Subtlety is key. You didn't even mention the author or anything. No leading or coercion. Well, if you want leading or coercion, next Thursday in that Unwilling Souls world, we'll be role-playing again. So that'll be fun. Not this Thursday, because Zafo's out of town, and he's the one who actually does the technological streaming part. But next Thursday we will. Molly said, here's the link to Shelf Control. Oh, you found it. Thanks, Molly. And Vanessa says, morning. And you can go on the waiting list. I think that's where I applied to the waiting list. Greg says, oh, wow, someone has the audio in a library. That's crazy. Fair warning, I can only afford to do the first book. My narrator is amazing, though. Vanessa says, Maiden Mother Crone, all made into villains by the patriarchy. Yeah, I was going to say, Maiden Mother Crone is the woman idea of women, not the male story archetype, right? That's how we see ourselves as Maiden Mother and Crone. And then all made into villains by the patriarchy. Exactly. Awesome. All right. Last one. Here we go. I'll see y'all in 30. right, there is our last sprint for the morning. I ended up editing. So I did get some stuff done. I only have 23 pages left in that edit now. So I think I will probably get that done this morning and then see what's next on my list. How did you do, Alicia?
I rambled another 531 words and checked on Lorelai because I don't know what she's doing. She's not feeling well, but she said she felt kind of weak this morning, and then while I was taking her brother to school, she threw up.
Oh, poor baby.
So,
cleaning her room might have been mentally exhausting for her.
well, and we still have to work on her room. So, but it could have been that, and we kind of had like a very late lunch yesterday, so there was not really a dinner. So I'm thinking between the cleaning and that, and then having to get up early this morning, it just kind of. But
All
she's
that
not
up.
holding anything down right now. So, which
She has
is
a delicate stomach, Mama.
she has had this happen before, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how the day goes.
I love it. I love it. I need a you know how you have all these warnings if things are like open or closed or like when movies are about to launch. I need something that'll tell me when like the donut place is going to open so I can get an apple fritter. Like, can I put a warning on it? Can I call him and leave a message? As soon as you open, call me. I will be there.
That's right, because
single-mindedness?
they're closed because of the snow and stuff.
Because the ice, yeah. Because like our roads are pretty clear here, but in Houston, people might live on the south side and work all the way on the north side. So the roads in our whole area are not safe. Do you see what I mean? So a lot of the little places, but a lot of them only like the schools are closed for today, but a lot of places just have delayed openings, right? Just to get it warm enough during the day that the road should be safe now. Then you can go to work. So I'm hoping this is one of them. And then I'll have an apple fritter for lunch.
Yeah.
My stomach's already upset, so I'm sure that's a great idea. What if I get a salad too? Can I have a salad and an apple fritter? Come on now. I think that's about balance, right?
I also say that's fair.
See, I can get a salad and an apple fritter.
And you could use the apple fritter as a dessert.
Yes.
So you had your salad and your dessert.
Yep, I'll eat the salad and I'll be full. And then I'll have the apple fritter later. That's what happened. I couldn't even, what did we have the other day? Saturday. So Saturday for early lunch, I sent my son out to go get, I think I let him choose the place. He ended up getting Freddy's. I haven't had Freddy's in forever. And remembering now why not, because it's just not my favorite. But I couldn't even eat a whole burger. Like my appetite is like shrunk. So I ate half of it. I was like, it's all I can eat, man.
I'm still thinking about that burgushi that we had at Cowfish back in December.
That's a whole nother level of burger. Yeah.
I'm like, I just want to go and eat some.
Yeah, Freddy's is just slumming it, man. But I wanted like one out to eat. I'm like, let's get it now because it's nothing but, packaged goods and what I have to cook for the next few days. So,
True.
Let's see. Where were we? Maiden Mother Crone. Yep. Molly, exactly. And Ren found the Unwilling Souls audiobook on the Spotify catalog. We'll definitely be giving it a listen. Ren says also it's under 12 hours. So if anyone does use Spotify and is interested, the audiobook does fit into the hours allocated per month. Nice. Molly says, thanks, Ren. Molly, well, go, Molly. Yet another completely unproductive Monday morning. Woot. Come on, Molly. You can do it. You can do it. You can also have an unproductive day. I mean, that's okay too.
I mean, I would like to go back to sleep.
Right? Yeah, you look tired, you poor thing. Molly says, for those who weren't in Coda Stream late last night, I'm at 44% NetGalley ratio. Yay! Nicely done. I have lots more to read and review, but I'm realizing that the more I do, the more each one counts. Yay! Right? That's exactly what it is. Just don't request anymore. I figure I'm not going to request anymore until March. Because I want to have, enough to fill out whatever I've never done Arc Madness for March. So the March Madness, but it's with ARCs. I don't know how it works. So I'm excited to do it and focus on ARCs in March. But I don't know how it works. So I need to see how that is. But until then, because I would like to get to 80% before then, before I start requesting them again. Because I made my challenge yourself for HereKid get NetGalley up to 80%.
Mm.
And I've already read like 9 books for that, and I'm not there yet. I'm at 53. So I don't want to ask for any more, except I really want the Martha Wells one, so I might ask for that one anyways. And Molly says for those, oh no, I read that. And Vanessa says number one. And huzzah, I got most of the Writers Troop events for this week up. Need to get Sundays up, and that'll be done. Excellent. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I will not be doing any streaming next week. So my Monday night reading sprints, I won't be doing that either because it is my brother's company is opening an office in Houston. So he's been down every few months. We've gone to see him and all that kind of stuff. And we've helped, like they've shipped stuff to our house before they had there wasn't anyone in the office to accept things. So his boss is coming down and wants to take us out to dinner. And I'm like, I'm going to be gone that week because it's next week. And he's like, Monday night? I'm like, works. I'll make Monday night work. So I will not be sprinting Monday night.
Right.
So the only day I will be streaming one day next week, that'll be Thursday. So I will go into the hotel room for Superstars on Thursday and do streaming with Greg and the Unwilling Souls. So that's the only stream we'll have next week. I should have some videos scheduled to go up, but that's about it.
That reminds me, I need to set up my streams for February. So I'm glad you said something.
I did the second week in February, and I'll do the rest of the February I'm good with. So just quick reminder again that Alicia will be taking those sprints for next week for Time Pirates.
Yep.
So, Ren didn't read last sprint, but audiobook was acquired. My sister made pasta for lunch, so I ate the rest of that. The spirit of coffee called to me, and I answered. Thanks for sprints, Kelly and Alicia. Absolutely, Ren. Ren says, also need to get the dishes done later this evening. Boo. Yeah, I need to do another load too. Bad part about cooking all weekend is, dishes.
My dad's calling, but I'll call him back.
There you go. Say, well, I'm almost done, Dad. Just a minute. Molly says, I think you can call and leave a message. See, I'm going to call Dunkin' Donuts. Say, call me when you open. Make me an apple fritter. I'll be right there. Vanessa says, I found a new e-reader that I really like so far, and the pro version lets you sync among different devices, and it's only $5 a year. Nice. Did you get a Kobo? What did you get? Vanessa said, apple fritter. I know. I want one so bad. I am jonesing for one.
Okay, well, then start slowly working on some Pedialyte and
Sufi Bombay? What's Sufi Bombay? Oh, apple fritter. Yeah, no, I'm not. I don't want to bake one. My next move is a bad influencer. It's not a bad influencer to show me how to make something, but I don't want to because I don't want to do the frying. I don't want to deal with all the oil and all that stuff. Ebook software, by the way, not an electronic device. Oh, I gotcha. App for phone and computer. Thank you, Vanessa. That makes more sense. Ren, we'll check it out. Vanessa, I use my iPad to read my ebooks because why waste a perfectly fine device? Yeah, my husband uses his iPad too. We were just not going to buy a second iPad, right? So we've got his. I've got my stupidly expensive laptop. And Ren's, yes. And Vanessa says it's called Kudo Reader. Huh, that's cool. Ren, it works on Apple devices and will sync if you also decide to read on your phone. That is cool. I like that. I've just caved to just giving into the Kindle. It's just convenient.
I don't have one.
Oh, I like it.
I had a Nook back in the day, but I don't even use that. Yeah.
I had a Nook first, but I mean, let's face it, Barnes & Noble dropped the ball on that. I would still have a Nook because I'm a creature of habit and convenience. So once I learn how to use something, I don't want to learn something else.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, the Barnes & Noble dropped that ball. It's part of the old, before they got taken over and remodeled and everything. But yeah. Yep.
I'm sitting here looking at my calendar, trying to figure out when to schedule everything. And I'm sitting there going, why do the kids have no school on February 13th? That's a Friday. It's Florida State Fair Day.
Oh, you have a state fair day? That's cool.
Yep. And then I think they also get a strawberry festival day. I have to
Isn't that
see when
early
that.
even for Florida for Strawberry Festival Day?
No, Strawberry Festival starts February and ends in March, and same with uh what's that thing? It has jousting and
Ren
Ren
Fair?
Fair. Yes. I
Gotcha.
couldn't think of it. I was like, it's got jousting and swords, and I see it. I can't. The word escapes me.
You're like, knights, princesses.
The queen, the king, yeah. Human chess, you know.
Oh, I love that. Now it makes sense to do that early because you don't want to wear your cosplay when it's 9,000 degrees outside, right?
Yeah, well, and that's the thing too. Is that like I'm always sitting there going, why did we have both festivals at the same time? And I'm going, well, let's think about this. Strawberry Festival is because it's strawberry season, and then you've got the Ren Fair because they do themed weekends, and most of the weekends fall between February and April because they do like a Shamrocks and Shenanigans. They do a Easter one and a lovers one, and
Yeah, ours goes from September all the way till the weekend after Thanksgiving.
oh
And
wow.
every single week's a different theme.
Mm-hmm.
They have Pirate Day and
Yep.
they do an anachronism day now too when people will go like in Star Trek uniforms or like any kind of cosplay like like completely not fitting in. When you have all those weekends, you have a lot of days that you have to fill. You know what I mean? So
That's
lots
true.
of things.
I think they also do a where you can like bring your dogs. They have like
Oh,
an
really?
animal themed one, yeah.
Oh, that's fun. They don't have that here.
I wonder if they've listed out their themes for this year.
Mhm.
I'll look.
And we love it because it goes right in the change of the season. So in September, which, here, just like Florida, it's still 9,000 degrees out. So you
Yeah.
got like this sweaty, hot, we're going to die all the way till, the end of Thanksgiving, which was gorgeous this year, actually, would have been fine. But usually it's freezing, right? So,
Yeah, ours is
well,
gonna
freezing
be
by our standards, I should probably specify.
ours is February 14th through March 29th.
There you go.
Pups and
says-
Pints is what it's called.
It's called what?
Pups and Pints.
Oh, nice. Ren says, I think a Kindle and Kobo is great if you aren't using any type of tablet already. I agree. And it's way cheaper, right? So Ren says you can read on a laptop, but it's not super practical. No, it's when I want to read when I go to bed, right? So I need that. Lindsay says, I have a Kindle and I love using it, but buying stuff on it is horrible. Yes, using my phone or Mac is much easier. Yeah, I'll usually like buy it on my computer and then just download it to my Kindle and then I'll go read. And Molly says, our Strawberry Festival is in May. Yes, but your spring comes much later up there than it does for us down here. But usually our strawberries aren't ready until March. So February is even early for us. So
they get a 4-day weekend because they get Friday the 13th off for State Fair Day, and then they get the Monday off for President's Day.
Nice.
What?
Molly says, your state fair is longer than a day, hopefully. It's probably that
Yes.
weekend would be my guess.
Let me see. State Fair, I think, is a couple of weekends.
Oh, good. That would make more sense. I was going to say, I think ours lasts, I don't know, forever. Rodeo lasts for like a month. And rodeo around here is more important than the state fair.
Yeah, our Florida State Fair is the 5th through the 16th. So 2 weeks.
Nice.
There's so much to do.
Yeah. Hey, life's not boring. That's what I said. One thing I have to give life. It's not boring.
Right?
Ren says, I have a fair. How nice. You do. You have a Ren fair, Ren festival, Ren all kinds of Ren things. You're very popular around here.
Yep.
Molly,
you get to do all the dress up.
That's right. All the cosplay. Molly, I was thinking the same, Ren. Molly, I don't think we have a Ren fair anymore. Sad face. Oh, I'm sorry. We have like so many in Texas. Ren, have a shamrock, love a shenanigan. Or love a shamrock, love a shenanigan.
Mhm.
Vanessa, we still do. It's usually in April. Yep. Yep. Makes sense. Again, you want to avoid the ridiculous heat in Atlanta as well. Molly, apparently I lied. We have at least 2.
Uh,
Vanessa, this reader can be installed on computer, phone, tablet. The sync process is a bit challenging, though, I'm finding, but I think I'm missing a step, so probably user error. Vanessa, okay, need to run. Thanks for the sprints, even though I was only here for 1. Oh, no, we're happy to have you, Vanessa. How long or as short as you can be here. Lindsay says, I would love to go to a rodeo. See, you do need to come visit me. The rodeo around here is rodeo. So we like to go watch all the horse judging and stuff because we still love horses. Can't help it. Always will. Molly, I was looking at that, but for my ARCs, I have to use thorium unless I can send it to Kindle. Huh. Lindsay, and get new cowboy boots, as my previous fashion cowboy boots are not repairable. Oh no. Well, actually, I won't. If you come, you're not going to get boots at the rodeo because they're $9,000 more expensive than they need to be. We'll
Good
just take you to
God.
Cavender's, which has all kinds of sales, and Cavender's around here, they are ready for the rodeo. So now you want a cowboy hat and have them shape it for you. It's also more expensive at the rodeo, but they have really cool ones, and they'll shape it for you and everything. So heck, I don't even have cowboy boots anymore because I'm not around the horses anymore, and I outgrew my other ones, as in my feet gotten wider
Psycho.
as I've gotten older. Awesome. All right. You have any last words, Alicia?
Apparently, we have 3 different fairs going on in a short amount of time. Because the state fair is the 5th through the 16th. The Ren Fair starts the 14th through the end of March. And then the Strawberry Festival is February 26th through March 8th. So 3 different fairs in a 3-week span.
Nice.
4-week span. We can't go to all of those.
You're going to have to choose. That's what we do. We choose. Like, we haven't gone to Ren Fair in forever because we always go to Dragon Con, and that's just enough money. I can't do anymore. And then October, we're doing Air Show and Multiverse. I'm like, I'm sorry, honey. Kevin's like, I want to go to Ren Fest. I'm like, well, did you win the lottery? Because I don't know how you want to do all these things and that too. Because the problem is, it's not cheap.
No.
It's not.
No, it's not. For like a family of 4, it was like $100 just to get in.
Yeah, that's just the tickets, right? Like the ticket, but then you've got food, you've got souvenirs while you're in there, and then all the cash you have to bring to pay the people, even though they've gotten much better about taking, apps now.
Venmos and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, all of these kind of things, it's just, you're like, I'm just going to spend $150, and you end up spending, $350, and you're like, what the heck happened?
We went last year, and I told my husband, I said, to be honest, I'm a little disappointed because 1, they changed locations. They used to be closer to us, and now we have to like drive almost an hour just to get to them. And on top of that, it's more shopping and food than any of the shows. Like, some of the shows are still there, but they've changed them dramatically that they're not the same as they were when they were closer. And I'm going, I could do without, to be honest. Like,
no, ours is more like Disney World. What I mean by that is there are shows around every single corner. There are shows in the middle of the road, like they're everywhere. So there's live music, they have the jousting, they have sword fights, they have, what do they have? They have archery, they have
like the wheel guy, the wheel of death or whatever is what they call it here.
I don't have that one. Not that I know of, but I haven't been in like 5 years, so I don't know if they have them now, right?
Right.
There is the bird show. There's a bird of prey show. They have so you can see the falconry and all that kind of stuff. They've got.
We used to have that, and they stopped doing it, but they still do the jousting and the chess, the human chess.
Nice. They also have beautiful gardens, and I don't know if you've seen, because I don't know if that's true for your Ren Fest or not, but our the Renaissance Festival here, that's there's ours is Renfest. That's why I keep because most places call them Ren Fair, right? But
Right.
here it's the Renaissance Festival. And so Renfest here, it's all permanent buildings. If you've seen that special on HBO, Netflix, wherever the heck that special was, that was ours.
No. No, we don't
Um,
have permanent buildings.
yeah, so there's permanent buildings, there's permanent thing. There are people that own those buildings. And you still have lots of food and lots of shopping, right? But there are shows everywhere. So basically, you go through and grab another drink, grab something to eat on a stick, and then go sit down for the next show. They have the Mud Show, which is a big comedy show, and it's been there for 30 years, 40 years, something like really like
Wow.
since my husband was a child, so probably
Mhm.
40 years. Um, and just things like that. That you just go to and like say lines with them because their intros because it's the same every year and you go back because you love it, right? You go back and bring your kids and that kind of thing.
Yeah, no, we don't.
Um,
Ours aren't permanent like that.
yeah. Yeah, so this one it's a thing, right? So I mean, we just spend and then every few years we'd be like, I want, something more expensive, and
Mm,
then we spend like $400 just on an outfit. You know what I mean? So that's
yeah.
it's like we can't do this. So,
Nope.
yeah. I keep wanting to get a booth for the company because our books would sell like,
Crazy.
hot cakes right there. But it's a huge commitment. You have to commit to you can't like just do it for a
Do it for a
weekend.
weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to do it for the entire season.
Mhm.
And the price is pretty reasonable. It was like $2,500 or something for the whole season. That's not bad. We would definitely
No.
make money, but that would be our whole life for almost 3 months,
Yeah.
and we just can't do that. And we would have to have, full attire, because you can't just wear civilian clothes and work there,
That's
right? You've
true.
got to have full attire. So that would be, another few $100s, but that would also be once, right? But it's just price wise, it looks great, but schedule wise, there's no way. There's no way.
You would live, breathe the Ren Fair for
I
that
cannot
time.
be there every single weekend for 3 months.
No.
Again, I couldn't go to Multiverse. We couldn't do Air Show. Do you see what I mean? Like everything else would be off. I'm like, I can't. I wish they would just let me do one weekend.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No, so I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna do any of the fairs because they get very crowded and like when we get the Strawberry Festival, I don't go anywhere unless it's to the grocery store and back. And even then, I don't want to go because it's like right down the road.
I was gonna say
So
that's a local one. I'd probably go to that one every year then. Yeah.
we do have to take the kids at least once because they've never been. But
Oh yeah, for sure then. Yeah.
we went once, and I was
Uh-huh.
just like, I mean, you can't get on any of the rides unless you specifically pay for them.
That's typical for a fair. You
And
usually can get a bracelet.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then
So
they have the concerts at the end of the night. So I'm just like,
I usually leave before the concerts. I don't care.
yep.
I gotta go.
So one of these days we'll take the kids and go, look, you've been here. Yay. Okay.
Exactly. Send me a strawberry pie.
Great. And then, but other than that, sprints on Wednesday night for more Raven Scholar.
Yeah, we'll be starting chapter 36.
I listen, I was almost tempted to keep going last night because I ended chapter 35 and I was like, what the hell?
I know. Like not I
I
think
was
I
like,
said not like 4 times in that section.
I just kept going, hold on.
Thing is, here's the problem. I'm terrified of book 2. Because this book, she probably spent years
Just building it
getting it
mentally.
just right, right? Is it gonna have does she have the same time, the same energy? Did she
Uh,
plan the whole thing, not just this book in those years? Because part of the magic of this book is it keeps doing things and you're like, "Nah, I don't know if she could pull that off again." Do you see what I mean? So
right.
I hope she can, obviously, but it's not common. So I'm just it's like this book is so good. I'm afraid of the next one. That's
We haven't even gotten to the ending, and I'm just
right.
like, what if we're doing this now and we're halfway through?
Yeah.
What is the second half of the book gonna be like?
Yeah.
And if there's a cliffhanger, I'm gonna be mad. I'm telling you that right now. I mean, I know there's probably going to be one, but
Well, there has
depending
to be a
on what
bit of
level.
one for the big arc, right?
Right.
But we should at least know more about the emperor, right? That should be closed up.
Yeah.
We should know more about um Ysilla. Her story should be about over, right?
Yeah.
Um so there should be things that are concluded.
In
We
this
should
one.
know who was all involved in Gaida's murder, right? So all
Yeah.
of these things should be concluded by the end. But everything can't be
There's so many twists
concluded.
and turns so
Yeah.
far with the investigation, though. Like, man, who plotted this out?
And the gods waking up. This is so fascinating. It's so fascinating. I'm
And the
so excited.
raven, you have to listen to the audio at some point because the raven, like, just in the last, what was it, the last chapter? I want to hold on.
With the dragon waking up and everything, when they talk about the dragon and even they get scared, you know what I mean? I'm like, this
Right.
is so cool.
It was 34. 34 had a lot of the raven, and like in the book, they actually do it. You can't see it. It's like actually in darker bold.
When they're talking,
And
yeah.
yeah, and I'm just like,
I know, I love
I
it.
need to read more, but I have to wait.
Yeah. Luckily, I have other things to read, right? So, but yeah,
I got
it's
plenty to read, but I just want to read this.
you know what though? I think waiting is part of what's making me so anxious to read it too.
I want to find out what happens.
It feels really good. I kind of like it. I want to see what happens as we keep doing this.
Yeah.
Because Book of Doors is not intense as this one, right? So it should not be the
Right.
same kind of experience. But I want to know if I'm still like really looking forward to start, reading it every Wednesday because I kind of like this.
Mm-hmm.
Do I want to do it with everything? No, but it's kind of fun to have it in the mix. This brain who's always looking for dopamine, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I kind of really like it.
It's gonna be a wild ride for sure. But yeah. Raven Scholar Spring.
Yeah. I'm sorry, you see Ren? Yeah, Ren says the book doesn't end on a cliffhanger. Not sure about the next section. Good. Thank you. And Molly says, saying nothing even though she has finished the book. So exciting. Ren says, thank you to the Raven Scholar editors. We haven't forgotten you. That's right.
Have we met the solitary raven yet?
I mean, not really. It's just the group of ravens. That's all we have right now.
I've gotten to the part where, and I imagine Kelly has too, but we're at the part where the one followed Ysilla into the room behind the bookcases and they've made a discovery.
Yes. That was so cool. And Cain, oh my gosh. When he kept talking and driving her crazy and then Ysilla just answered and Nima was like, oh, look, his signature move, driving you crazy until you just talk so he'll stop.
Yep.
I was like, I love you, Cain. I know you're not a good guy, right? He's definitely a great character, but he is so entertaining to read. I just love him.
Yep.
Oh, I love him.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry, Vanessa, we're leaving. We started talking about books and Renfest and all kinds of fun things. So we're leaving now, though. Right? Right.
Yes.
Yep. Oh, Ren's like, oh, okay, I know where you are. Yeah. And Nima just rejected them. Like she was in a fight and she needed help. And they're like, we're going to help you. And she's like, no. She doesn't even know what it is.
Second time, yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't even know what they are, right? She doesn't know what it is. She might be going crazy. She has no idea what it is. But she was like, no, because she didn't want to be violent like she was that first time, right? So she says no. And they're like, oh, but I'm just like, oh my God, I love this book. I love this book. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, Molly's like, yes, lots of energy suddenly swirling around. I know, I'm awake now. I'm feeling good, man. This book's so exciting.
I still want to take a nap, but I am more awake than I was.
Yeah, take advantage. Go to bed early tonight.
I probably will.
There you go. That'll do it. All right. Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow. And it should be a pretty much normal day. As long as I get my apple fritter, we might have a problem. And I will be able to write tomorrow. So I'll see you then.